One dedicated member of the Army's 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment, better known as the Old Guard, became the focus of a whole lot of internet buzz this Memorial Day weekend after pictures and video of him placing a flag at the Tomb of the Unknowns in the middle of a thunderstorm went viral. So these pictures appeared on the Old Guard's Facebook page, the post, which has since been shared more than 235,000 times, read in part, "With only a few watching from cover, a tomb sentinel approached the unknowns with U.S. flags in hand. As thunder shook the ground and rains washed down without abandon, the tomb sentinel pierced through the elements with breathtaking precision. He knelt and placed the flags in honor of the unknowns." Tomb sentinels remain anonymous out of respect for those who fought and died and were never identified. 245,000 flags are planted every single year to make sure every fallen service member has a decorated final resting place. And I took a complete social media break over the weekend, so this is actually the first time I'm seeing those images. It's absolutely incredible.
No, they're really powerful. And we had Senator Tom Cotton on Friday to discuss this exact, he served in the Old Guard, he wrote a history of the Old Guard, and that just goes to the dedication that he was talking about in our interview about there are some things that we hold sacred and that at least for now can continue to unite us, and it's really beautiful to see.
Indeed.
So it's also no secret that President Trump is a fan of professional wrestling.
Hard turn here.
After all, he's the only world leader that's ever been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. His trip to Japan wouldn't have been complete without a trip to the traditional sumo wrestling match. So joined by Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, the president took in 5 matches during Sunday's Summer Grand Sumo Tournament and presented a specially made 4.5-foot, 60-pound trophy dubbed the President's Cup to a 25-year-old sumo named Asan Oyama, considered a rising star in the sport. The silver trophy was specifically made and presented to commemorate President Trump's visit and features an eagle perched on the top of it. The president, who said he had always been fascinated by the sport, seemed to have a fun night while he was taking in the match.
I think it was very nice, and we really enjoyed being there. That was something to see these great athletes, because they really are athletes. It's a very ancient sport, and I've always wanted to see sumo wrestling, so it was really great. Thank you very much.
Okay. Even this, there was a little bit of controversy. So apparently, if you sit up close to the ring, you're supposed to sit on the ground. Yeah. He wanted to sit close, but they wanted to be in chairs, whereas normally the VIPs sit in chairs further back. So even this has to be controversial.
Yeah, of course. I thought it was funny.
I
thought it was interesting. I mean, I enjoyed. I mean, they're just hilarious images. You see sumo wrestlers and then Donald Trump sitting right behind him. There's just something, sitting with the. Anytime I see him in a ceremonial role in office, I just go, "Wow, this is real.
This is real. This is actually happening."
Yeah.
Normally, a break-in is something of a nightmare scenario. You come home and maybe a door has been left ajar or your windows have been smashed, your stuff is missing, and now you got to call the police and sort through the wreckage. Earlier this month, Nate Roman returned to his house in Marlborough, Massachusetts, when he and his son realized that the door was unlocked, and that, my friends, is when things got weird. As Roman searched his house for the intruder, he came up empty-handed. Not only that, nothing was actually missing. In fact, the only thing out of the ordinary inside the house was how clean it was. According to Roman, whoever broke in cleaned his son's messy room, vacuumed the rugs, and put everything away that seemed to be out of place. Weirder still, in the 90 minutes that the Romans' door sensors indicated the intruder was in their home, they took the time to fold tiny roses into the family's toilet paper rolls, similar to what you might find in a high-end hotel room. That is some excellent craftsmanship there, and that is also incredibly creepy and weird.
That's either creepy or, this is my theory, that somebody ordered a cleaning service and they went to the wrong house. That's my tinfoil hat. Yeah.
I like that. You know where my mind went actually was senior pranks. Did you do that?
Yeah, it could also be something similar.
We used to do this thing where we had this whole massive collection of lawn ornaments, and we'd take them to a friend's house and decorate the whole lawn with lawn ornaments, and then they'd have to go and do it. I mean, so stupid, but we really enjoyed it at the time. That's what it reminded me.
Either a prank, either a misstep, or one of the creepiest things that I've seen in a long time.
Super creepy.
So
there you go. Tomorrow on Rising, gun control has become one of several litmus tests for the 2020 Dem candidates. The executive director of Guns Down, friend of the show, Igor Volsky, describes some of the proposed plans.
And North Dakota Republican Senator Kevin Cramer will join us for his thoughts on the continuing fight between the executive and legislative branches. Also, Nevada is the first state ever with a female majority legislature.
About time.
The majority floor leader will share the impact of that power shift.
Also, we got Buck back in the house tomorrow, but Sagar will be around as well. So
I'll be
you
here.
won't miss
Don't
him.
worry.
He'll be here. Have a great day, folks. We'll see you then.